and welcome to the online library project. My name is Kristina Cernei and I am a teacher at Public Institution Theoretical IC Munici Forgibu Chisinau. At this lesson, we are going to learn about Rudyard Kipling and read the story Waylon the Smith, written by this famous English journalist, short story writer and novelist. Rudyard Kipling is famous for his fiction book, The Jungle Book, where most of the characters are animals such as Shere Khan the tiger and Baloo the bear. The main character of The Jungle Book is Mowgli, who is raised in the jungle by the wolves. Have you remembered the story? It was Rudyard Kipling who wrote this story. He was born in Bombay Presidency in British India in 1865 on December the 30th and died at the age of 70 in 1936 in London, the capital of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Did you know that in 1907 he won the Nobel Prize in Literature for his writings? Before we read the story, Waylon the Smith, let us work with the vocabulary first, so that we have a full comprehension of the text. So please look, listen and repeat. Smith, sacrifice, shoe, tie, truly, be ashamed of. A smith is a person whose job is to shoe horses as well as to work with metal. The Romanian translation for smith is podcovar fierar. Sacrifice is the act of offering of an animal or possessions. The Romanian translation is sacrificiu. To shoe means to fit a horse with a shoe or shoes. The Romanian translation is a potcovi. To tie means to fasten with string or laces. The Romanian translation is a lega. Truly means sincerely, seriously. For example, when you do something bad and you are really sorry, you can say, I'm truly sorry. So the Romanian translation is cu adevărat, într-adevăr. To be ashamed of means to be embarrassed. The Romanian translation is a se sfii, a fi rușinat de. For example, remember when Stacy and Kate came to the party in the forest and they were overdressed? They felt embarrassed and ashamed because they wore inappropriate clothes for a party in the forest. Okay, now it is time to read the text Waylon the Smith. Listen and read. Waylon the Smith. Waylon the Smith was a god, un zeu. But people all over England did not love him. They were afraid of him. Le era frică de el. They were afraid of him. He was sure he was the master of the people and all the time asked them to give him men, women, and horses as sacrifice. But a time came when people didn't want to give him anything more. So Waylon had no food. As he was too proud to beg, prea mândru ca să cerșească, as he was too proud to beg and he was also too honest to steal, prea onest ca să fure, he had to work. The other gods said, "You'll come and live with us only if some man or woman truly wishes you well." Într-adevăr, cu adevărat îți va ura binele. But nobody did. So Waylon the Smith had to shoe people's horses. However, nobody ever saw him at work. Even now, living in the world, he didn't like to appear in the village. Men brought their horses to some place where they tied them up and went away. Went away, plecau. Leaving their money there for the smith. When they returned for their horses, they found them shod, but they never saw the smith. They found them shod înseamnă îi găseau potcoviți. One day, a farmer brought his horse to the smith, put his money on the stone, tied his horse to a tree, and called out, "Smith, Smith, here is work for you." Then he sat down and fell asleep. Wayland shod his horse quickly, and when the farmer woke up, he took his horse and rode away without one word of thanks. A little English elf, Puck, got very angry when he learned about it, and he decided to teach the farmer a lesson. So he made the farmer lose his way. L-a făcut pe fermier să se rătăcească. A young man met the farmer and asked him what the matter was. A întrebat care era problema. When he heard the farmer's story, he was very angry. As angry as Puck was, he said, "Go back to the smith and thank him, or you'll be sorry." The young man cried, "Oh, smith of the gods, I am ashamed of this farmer. But for everything you have done to him and to others of our people, I thank you and truly wish you well." Wayland was free. He could go away and live with other gods because a man had wished him well. He laughed and he cried with joy. Cried with joy, a plâns de bucurie. Then he went away and since that time never appeared in England again. Now let's discuss the answers to the following questions based on the text that we have just read. Why did Wayland decide to work? Remember, he was a god, but he was very proud, and it was just time when people didn't want to give him any more sacrifice, so he had no food. Why didn't people wish Wayland well? So people were afraid of him, because he was the god and he was always asking for sacrifice. Why didn't Wayland like to appear in the village? And if you also remember from the text, he was very, very proud. In question number 4, why did Puck decide to teach the farmer a lesson? And if you remember in the text, we saw that the farmer fell asleep and Wayland the smith shot the horse, but the farmer, when he woke up, he did not say thank you. So this is why Puck wanted to make the farmer understand that it is correct to say thank you. Number 5. Why was the young man ashamed of the farmer? Because the farmer rode away without one word of thanks. In exercise number 4, we have to write the questions to the following answers. You have the answers. Wayland the smith was a god. Wayland became a smith. The farmer put the money on the stone. Puck felt very angry. He said, "Go and thank the smith." Wayland could go to the country of gods. Now you have 5 seconds to look at the answers and try and complete the questions. And now let us check what you have done. So the question, what was Wayland the smith? And we have Wayland the smith was a god. Who became a smith? Wayland became a smith. Number 3, where did the farmer put the money? The farmer put the money on the stone. How did Puck feel? Puck felt very angry. Number 5, what did he make the farmer do? He said, "Go and thank the smith." Number 6. Where could Wayland go? Wayland could go to the country of gods. In exercise number 5, we have to replace the underlined words in the sentences with the words from the box. And you have the following sentences. People didn't want to give him anything more. No man ever saw Wayland at work. Men came back for their horses. The farmer said loudly, "Smith, here is work for you." Puck decided to punish the farmer. The young man sincerely wished Wayland well. Since then, Wayland never appeared in England again. And you have the following words in the box: returned, called out, nobody, teach a lesson, truly, that time, and refused. And now you have several seconds to replace the underlined words to the sentences with the words from the box. Now let us check. People refused to give him anything more. Nobody ever saw Wayland at work. Men returned for their horses. The farmer called out, "Smith, here is work for you." Puck decided to teach the farmer a lesson. The young man truly wished Wayland well. Since that time, Wayland never appeared in England again. And now it is reflection time. Think of another title for the text. Write another ending to the text. Good luck!